Mike VRABEL, blink twice if you need help. God darn it. They got Mike VRABEL, folks. They got Mike VRABEL. In case you guys aren't aware, yesterday, basketball player Jaden Ivey for the Chicago Bulls came out against the NBA supporting all this pride stuff. Yeah, I'm not for it. It's not part of my Christian beliefs. I'm not going to support it. I'm not going to endorse it. I'm not going to act like I endorse it. I'm not just going to play along because the NBA hands me checks. A few hours later, Jaden Ivey fired, released, waived, no longer employed by the Chicago Bulls. Many people were criticizing Jaden Ivey. There were nutcases out there saying he has mental illness for sticking to his Christian beliefs. Mental illness for sticking to your Christian beliefs. Now, there were a few honorable enough, courageous enough to say, nope, I stand with Jaden Ivey. I'm not going to bow down either. One of those people, TreVeyon Henderson, running back of the New England Patriots. TreVeyon Henderson posted his support for Jaden Ivey after he was released today for his anti-LGBTQ and Pride Month comments. Quote, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Mike VRABEL, of course, you know these reporters, as soon as they get in front of Mike VRABEL, they got to ask him about it. Mike VRABEL was asked about it, and he stepped in it. Mike VRABEL was asked about it, and he stepped in it. I love TreVeyon. He cares deeply about his faith. I want them to be able to express what they believe, but I also want to make sure that they're educated. Educated in what is written in black and white in the Bible? Educated on what? What are you talking about? Want to be inclusive? The fuck are you saying? Let's hear what Mike VRABEL had to say.
TreVeyon quoted some Bible verses supporting a Chicago Bulls player who got released for some comments that he made. And I just, how do you measure the line between conduct detrimental to the team, which is why the Bulls released the player in their view, and allowing a 23-year-old to, express his personal beliefs?
I think there is a fine line. I'm going to tell you, I love TreVeyon. I love the person. He cares deeply about our team. He cares deeply about his faith. He cares deeply about his family, his wife, the people in our building. And so I want them to be able to express what they believe in their heart and in their mind, but also want to make sure that they're educated. And we want to be inclusive. Everything we want to do wants to provide an environment for people to, one, feel comfortable, but also to share their personal beliefs. And then also we represent the team, and then we represent the organization.
I want them to be able to express what they believe as long as it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. Who feelings? I want them to be able to express what they believe as long as it doesn't conflict with the agenda, the message. It's incredible how anti-Christian all of this is. We want them to make sure that they're educated. So, if you don't agree with the propaganda, you're suddenly not educated? If you're not just rolling over on your back and saying, yeah, you're not educated? If you actually stand up for your beliefs, you're not educated? Mike VRABEL's getting cooked. Jesus wants us to be exclusive. Let's put that inclusivity to the test. To say people who don't agree with LGBTQ propaganda are not educated is inaccurate and offensive. If TreVeyon was Muslim with the same beliefs, he wouldn't be educated. SMH. It's a great point. If Jaden Ivey was Muslim saying this, NBA probably wouldn't have done shit. If TreVeyon Henderson was quoting the Quran saying this, Mike VRABEL probably wouldn't have said anything. In fact, the reporter probably wouldn't even have asked. This is an insulting response It implies that Christianity is somehow uneducated and that Henderson himself is somehow ignorant. Henderson said nothing uneducated. If you follow the Bible, which is what Christians do, homosexuality is a sin. Henderson is educated about what he believes. VRABEL, if he is a Christian, is not. VRABEL needs to apologize for this. Inclusivity doesn't mean forced participation. Good point. Educated, as if we're not all fully educated on gender theory by now. Typical leftist take. If you don't agree with me, you're obviously not educated enough. Insulting. Good point. If you don't agree with me, you're not educated. If you don't think exactly how I think, you're stupid. Now, it's funny, all of the people that are commending the NBA for getting rid of, for waiving Jaden Ivey, for firing Jaden Ivey for his beliefs, are the same people who were throwing temper tantrums when Trump said, Jimmy Kimmel, get the fuck off TV for a little bit. It's ironic, isn't it? He is educated by the Bible, a far superior source of education than whatever DEI agenda VRABEL is following. What an idiotic response. John 15, verses 18 and 19. If the world hates you, know that it hated me first. If you belong to the world would love you as its own. However, I have chosen you out of the world, and you don't belong to the world. This is why the world hates you. He quoted the Bible. There is nothing controversial about that. We aren't supposed to be inclusive of sin. He said absolutely nothing uneducated. Controversial, how? Help me out. What is controversial about it? Part of me wonders, did Mike VRABEL maybe get a call from the owner? Now, it won't take away the fact that he was cowardice about this, spineless about this, foolish, stupid, dumb, ignorant about all of this. What he said, completely out of bounds, unacceptable. But is he also taking orders from the owner? Did Robert Kraft call him? Hey, this is how you're going to add. This is how you're going to answer, because I know you're going to get asked this. This is how every Patriot staff member is going to answer, because I know you're going to get asked this. Unless he's Christian, though, then you got to make statements about how he needs to be inclusive. Good point. Tired of people trying to tell people what is considered educated. All views on lifestyles are to some degree subjective and opinion-based. You should not be trying to get people to conform based on what the masses currently think, and that's usually how educated is defined here. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. A lot of people in the sporting world are currently stepping in it. And Mike VRABEL, for what I'm seeing so far, is the first NFL person to step right in it. See you later.